I want you to picture this. I want you to just walk with me. Just hang with me for a second, all right? I want you to picture this moment. I want you to picture waking up in the morning, and let's say you got some kiddos at home. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But let's say you got some kiddos at home, and spouse is there. You get the kiddos up, and you get them ready for school in the morning. And you know what that's like. I do that with my little buddies every single morning. They're talking and joking and doing stupid stuff, and you're making them breakfast, and you're laughing, and you're talking about what their day's coming up, and talking about studying and problems they may be having at school. And then it comes time to walk them to the bus. They're going to go get on the school bus. They're going to go to school like kids do all across the country every day. And I want you to picture you and your spouse, get the kiddos ready. They got the little backpacks on, and they're walking down to the school bus to go meet another big group of kids. And you get there, and the other parents are there, and the groups of kids are there, and you're all standing around at the bus waiting for the school, well, at the bus stop waiting for the school bus to get there. And you're all talking, enjoying yourselves. And then you hear planes in the sky. And you look up, and you see planes are coming, and you're not sure what they are at first, but eventually you figure out those are not American planes. And then you see, because keep in mind, when you're on the ground, you can actually see this very clearly. You see bombs drop from these planes, and they're heading right towards you and your spouse and your kids. And you realize in that moment, everybody you love's about to die. If that sounds a little harsh, a little dark, that's what it's like when you lose a major war. That's what happens. I'm going to keep telling you these stories. These are real stories I'm telling you, by the way. I just changed the names and locations. These are real stories from history. Most of these are from World War II, of what people have gone through when their militaries were not strong enough to withstand a foreign military from coming inside. That's what it looks like. It looks like bombs dropping on you and your family. And I want you to picture, while those bombs are dropping in that moment, are you going to think, man, I wish we had more women in the military. Oh, gosh, look at those bombs coming. I hope we have enough gay people to withstand this. I hope we rooted out the white supremacy. Do you think black people feel welcome enough, honey? Do you think that's what you're going to be saying? Because I want you to understand, when I rant and rave about all the woke garbage in the military, I'm ranting and raving about it because it will be the direct cause for us losing a major war and American cities being reduced to ash. Here's Marine Corps General David Berger talking about what he's going to focus on in the United States Marines.
Don't you need to break that narrative that women aren't up to the job?
We do, and it's happening right now. But it will take some time before, at the senior levels, you see the numbers of women in senior leadership positions.
I'm looking right now at the website where the leadership of the Marine Corps appears, your bio and photo,
Right.
and your leadership team. And they're all white men of a certain age, older. How do you want that perception, both externally and internally, of what a Marine is to change?
The goal, I think, as Secretary Austin points out, the goal is to reflect America, to reflect the society we come from. And we do on the front end. That's how it looks when we come into officer candidate school and we come into boot camp. But over the course of 30, 35 years, it ends up not looking like what it came in to be. So we have to change that.
I'm sorry? I would have almost sworn I just heard, maybe there was something wrong with my earpiece. I would have swore I just heard the Marine Corps generals say the goal is to reflect America? What? The goal is to defend America. What? Reflect? I don't care if the Marine Corps is all white. I don't care if it's all black. I don't care if it's all men. Nor should you. And if you say you care, you're a liar is what you are. Because if those bombs were dropping, you wouldn't care. You're a peacetime liar, if that's what you say. I think we need more women. You're a liar, and you don't know what you're talking about. If your son needed emergency surgery, would you want to make sure the surgical staff is very diverse? Can we get more gays? Or would you want to make sure they're the best of the best? This stuff is how nations lose wars. If China is doing what they're currently doing, and that's training 8-9 hours every day to make sure they can kill us, and we're training 2 hours to do that, and another 6 to make sure we're women friendly enough, we are going to die. I have told you before, I'm telling you again, your military is not good. You think you have a good military, you have painted rust. You have fancy equipment, you have excellent frontline troops. Our leadership in the military is a disease. It is a virus that is killing it. And if we do not have a military that can defend the borders of the United States of America, we are going to die. The world doesn't change. I know it's so easy to get trapped in our own little time and place, right? And we're Americans. And so we've always been so safe here. Couple big oceans, land of the free, most powerful military in the world. I don't care how old you are. If you're listening to the sound of my voice, that's the only reality you've ever known. Best military in the world. America's untouchable. History doesn't lie. History says if we get weak enough, a more powerful place will come take things from us, and it's going to hurt in ways like you can't possibly imagine. Like you can't possibly imagine. I picture that bomb scenario between me and my little buddies, and I'll be frank, it terrifies me because it's real. And I don't care what your timeline is, eventually it's coming. Bombs will drop on American soil. Are we going to be ready? We're not. Not without major, major changes. And allow me to bring this up before I wrap this up, because we have to get insanity on college campus. We're going to get that in a second, but let me bring this up for you. I know a lot of people are getting involved right now in Republican primaries and this and that. If you're not asking your potential Republican congressman, senator, president, if they want massive, and I mean massive, wholesale changes to the United States military, if you're not demanding that of the people you're sending to public office, we're already toast. Already toast. If we have a Republican Party saying the same old lame things, I love our military, look at our great generals. If that's what we're going to get out there, we're already done. I know that probably made you uncomfortable too, but it's a fact. Hey, thanks so much for watching the first on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me, like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.